Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is while you're watching this. Unusually for me, making a long film, I'm going to cut this down into 3 sections, all in the same video, so you can choose how much or little you want to watch. Anyway, this is the short version. If, like me, you have one of these, or one of these, by the way, I did an image search for sample UK driving licences, and this came up, so it looks like a real one. So if you are, or know this gentleman, you might want to let him know that his driving licence details are out there on the web. Then every 10 years you'll get one of these. Not the upper part of the document, that's the government wanting an extra 5% on the tax on my bike to be able to ride it on the road for a year. The lower one, which is a driving licence renewal. Now before I got this, I went online because a neighbour of mine had received his quite early, and I was thinking, have they not sent me the letter? And the search brought up these websites. If you go on a phone and do it, it'll bring up 3 websites. And of course you click on those, you click on the renew licence, and you get redirected to this website where you'll put in all your details, starting with the 10-year-old licence renewal, which is the top one. Then you'll put in your licence details, passport, national insurance number. There's a whole load of stuff you're going to be putting in here, which is all quite personal information. And at the end, there you go, you pay your fee, which online with a DVLA is 14 quid. Now what you won't have noticed at the start, and probably won't at the end, in the bottom right hand corner of this particular screen, it's at the top on the first one, it says we're going to charge you an awful lot of money, 78 quid for putting all of your personal details and credit card number into a website which isn't the government one. All they're going to do with this is maybe forward the information, or maybe just take your money. And for the privilege of this, they're going to charge you 78 quid on top of the 14 quid you've already paid, rounding it up to rather more than you should have been paying. Even if you go to the post office, it's only 21.5 quid to get your licence sorted out. Not only that, on the previous screen they will also cheekily pre-tick the express service for a tenner, please. They're not doing anything with this. Don't fall for these scams. If you haven't received your letter and want to renew online, or you've left your letter at home and just type in driving licence renewal, go to the genuine UK government website. It'll be a Gov UK, it won't be one of these scams. Anyway, don't fall for this, it'll cost you a lot of money, you're giving all your details away. Now I don't know what it takes to set up an online bank account, but if you've got national insurance numbers, passport numbers, driving licence numbers, that sounds like a pretty good bet that it's going to be all you're going to need to do it. Anyway, that's the end of the short version. We're going to go into the medium version now, and if you want to read this disclaimer, it's up to you. Basically, the information I found is publicly available from Companies House or from looking up details of websites. All the companies I found with a similar enough name to the website have actually been dissolved. So it could be that people are looking around for companies that have dissolved that they can register a website to. A couple of them I couldn't actually find anything quickly because there were an awful lot of companies with very similar names. So after looking at Companies House, I then went on to Whois, the website lookup. And what I'd like you to do is take a look at a couple of things on these. It's got a lot of registration data. I'm not totally sure what all this means, but I could get somebody clever to explain it. But have a look at the dates of registration, the cloud servers and where they were registered. They're all pretty close together, and they all seem to be running off the same servers. Apparently these Cloudflare servers are for security. They probably have nothing to do with any dodginess going on, and they're just domain names, or however it works. So I did find these, and it's only the last one, which actually takes all your details, that isn't registered under Namecheap Incorporated and was registered under Internet Domain Services in 2023, and the servers there are all topdns.coms for NS Canada, NS UK and NS USA. So it looks like it's registered a slightly different name maybe, or company. So that's the end of the medium version, and now we'll go into the long version. Hopefully you're going to stick with me for this little bit as well. So what I thought I'd do is I'd just type in the website addresses and see what comes up for the various sites that are claiming to be able to help me get my driving licence renewal fast-tracked when it won't be. The first one is Driving Assistance Co UK. So typing that in, it actually changes it to auto service and we care about your car. It's a very basic website. There's a couple of spelling mistakes on there. Generic photos. This one of the BMW is actually in a quality control area. You can tell that by the reflection of the lights in the windscreen and side windows of the car. These are for checking for any minor dinks on the paintwork. Just above the wheel arch you can see 4 fluorescent tubes. Usually these would be different colours as well, so you can check for any slight dings before the car goes out the door. So it's just a stock photo. Moving on to Driving Star, they are called Star Academy and want to sell you driving courses. Don't know, again, it's very generic, very off-the-shelf website design. Yeah, a lot of people do that. There's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, some of these places, I did look into them, and if you scroll down, you can find addresses for them. One's in a very swanky office block near the Houses of Parliament, and they claim to be servicing cars there. I don't think they will be. And one is at a pub in Glasgow. So the actual contact addresses don't look right. Priority Assist is now Aurashine. So again, you've got a domain name that is absolutely nothing to do with the website that's been put up. Streamlined Assistance is Service Zone, and very much like the first one, this is a generic photo, generic website, and this is the one that's actually registered offices near the Houses of Parliament. Might be a brass plate office registration place, but yeah, it doesn't look right to me. Now the first one of these, Driving Assistance, you can't actually find the renewal information anywhere on the website. But the address that sends you towards the renewal information is this big long one. So I think, and me being Mr. Suspicious, this is a hidden sort of link that you cannot access. Streamlined Assistant is exactly the same. And Priority Assist, which is actually the cleaning service, has some testimonials with some very nice photos. However, the one on the bottom right, Rose Gala, doesn't look much like a rose to me, so I thought I'd do a reverse image search. And there we go. It's a stock photo, and I think the rose bit, they might have turned up this rose and lemon products. This photo is also used for Empire Carpets, Hello Ping Pong. There's another one on the top left which is cut off, but it's a generic photo of some model used for testimonials on a website. So there's obviously fake testimonials, and how much of the rest of the website is actually fake? Are they cleaning cars, or is it just some sort of fronting operation for getting you to part with a lot more money than you should be to renew your driving licence? If any of these owners want to get in contact with me, just tell me why they seem to have a link to a dodgy website to charge you extra money for something you could do yourself, and all the information you'd have to enter at the DVLA, but you're actually giving it to a third party. Then they can just leave a comment below, and I'll genuinely engage with them. And if they're running a genuine business, I will apologise. So we'll see what happens there. So thanks for sticking with me till the very end of this. Have a look at things like this as they pop up. Now, unfortunately, in the UK, it's not illegal to run these websites. They also run passport websites as well. Not these particular companies, but you can go onto a portal, enter all your details to a body that isn't the government, and you don't know what's going to happen with them, and pay well over the odds for something you can do yourself. You'll be putting exactly the same information in on these websites as on the government website. All you are doing is spending money and giving it to these scammers. What's more, Google are accepting adverts for these. Again, they're not illegal, but they're not right, and putting them to the top of the searches as sponsored ad. Indeed, on the desktop search that I did, the UK government one was the first non-sponsored website link, and it is also the correct one, but because of the phone screen you can't see that link. Right, don't get scammed, get out on your bikes whenever you can, and tatty bye for now.